Then I want to welcome everyone to today's conversation with our new Messiah and Heart of God, Zahé. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you for this opportunity, Zahé, that you're giving us to learn more about God and to share all of your insights, your observations and experiences from the spiritual world. Today, I have also joined in live our TikTok audience, and we will see if maybe later also some questions come in. To start off our conversation today, I would like to ask you a few questions about the 19 beings, if you like. You mention the 19 beings in several occasions in your revelations. And today I would like to ask you if you could share a little bit more about them. And my first question would be, how did God come to know about their existence, that even before him, they were somehow there in a concept and did not come to reality? How did God come to know about them?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I'm not a new Messiah, I'm an old Messiah.
Okay.
You call me new Messiah. How God came to know this 19 being?
Yes.
Very simple. Our modern science say soon in 2 decades or 20 years, they will find out when man gonna throw his cell, they can see the picture, more than 3.5 million pictures which child was existing, and they can show you by the pictures which child you want to have. Even our technology coming so far. So when God became aware, you don't forget he is the first scientist. Yes. So when he became aware, and he was the first scientist, so he came to know that what kind of cause was existing before in dark eternity. Very simple. Yes. If our science will tell now, there's only one cell, life began with one woman and woman cell. And the 3.5 million cell is wasted. Yes. But our science says pretty soon in future, which wasted cells are, we can see all the pictures actually. So this will be not a wasted. So it's not a complicated science. Yes, that's the way God came to know that how many cause was existing, yeah, in this dark eternity.
But still, when you draw this comparison to our human development, there is some point which I would like to understand deeper. When we scientifically investigate those cells, the egg and the sperm cell, we find out they are incredibly complex already. But how about this first cause in spiritual life with God and these 19 beings? Because before God, there was no one there who created this. But now you're telling us that from this kind of cell, God came out. How can we make a good understanding about this?
God came to know too many things, not only 19 beings. And I told you God existence was before the darkness. Before the darkness. That's a new discovery when I became old. It means where the cause of God happened if this was by cell or by dark element, which is he created for creation, because creation he created in darkness. Okay? If there's a nightingale being or angel or human creation. But God himself was not created in darkness being. Okay? He was not in the darkness. So his process was a subconsciousness. Okay? Universal subconsciousness and consciousness process. Universal consciousness. Where it took this process, this was not in the darkness, this was in the light. In the light. So where those light was existing, God did not create those energies. Don't forget this thing. When he came universal consciousness, he brought those gases in order, in orders. Now, those countless gases, like a hydrogen, oxygen, or nitrogen, or many, there are so many phenomena is existing. And I'm not a scientist. Or you want me, I go to study science now. So it means those countless gases which was existing, God brought them in the order, but in those process, we will come to know. I will grow in spiritual world and you will grow in spiritual world. I'm not the last word, actually, that I know. How much I know, I observe. I am sharing, actually. For example, science has own belief. Until yesterday, science believed item cannot be break. Yes, this was the belief of science. Yeah. Then came one scientist, countryside. He break the atom. When he break the atom, what came out? Light came out, and there was darkness. So it telling that there are many hidden truth is there in the scientific world, how God created. But there's also scientifics beyond this science. There are many things existing, which is countless gases, and which God brought in the order. In those order, somewhere is existence of God is there. And this job is a job of science in the future. If you want to know when science will this discover, God has discovered. And if you want to know that while he discovered, he created eternal life. He created external life. And you can see how much harmony is our external beautiful creation, actually. Yes. So I am living a dose information in which was never revealed ever before. Okay? Based on this information, how future science would like to work, and based on this information, based on this information, how God's son and daughter who will come in the future, how they will use this information, this will be question of time. Okay? So I'm not a scientist. I will also go spiritual world, and I'm gonna have also many seminars to come to know the nature of God. Two, truth of God. There will be one thing. Truth of God is countless exists dimension I will come to know the knowledge of God. Yeah. And then I will come to know the nature of God. Nature of God is heavenly being, where they will share with me their observation and experiences. Okay? So I'm not saying I know totality God. I never claim this. Yes. What I observation and experiences, that's what I'm sharing with you. How God, new son and daughter, collect this information. They will be scientists. The heavenly being, God can work with them with more basis because they're going to have this field special knowledge about this thing. Yes? So far what I know, I'm giving you a diamond, but I cannot schlife. Okay? They're going to shape it in the future. But I'm the first human being who providing countless information for the science. Yes? But I am not a scientist. I am a Messiah and revealing why God created this creation. So that's a simple truth.
Thank you so much for sharing all of these insights. I think you made a good transition because my next question also went into this direction. Why did God bring those 19 beings to life, into existence?
Why God brought you into life? Why God created you? Why God brought you into the life? Why God brought this Salavana into life, Sanda, or this prophet sitting here? Why?
Out of love?
I ask you a question first.
Out of love?
Yes, and this is also out of love. That's your answer.
Okay.
Okay. It's so simple.
As simple as that. Okay.
Yeah, very simple. Yes.
And those 19 beings, were they the first beings God brought to into existence?
Yeah. Out of love.
Okay.
Second, out of love. Did God brought you out of love? I ask.
I suppose. I don't know.
Sanda, God brought you out of hate?
No.
No, out of love. So this fundamentation of universal foundation is out of love.
Mhm.
Let's ask life. Did God brought the life out of love or out of something else? What do you say, Sanda? Life came out of love or?
Out of love.
Yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, out of love, out of love, out of love. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So how are those 19 beings different from God? How are they different among each other? You are sharing many stories about so many heavenly beings and angels also, and each of them have a very different nature. But when you talk about the 19 beings, mostly you're talking about the 19 beings and not making a difference between them. Are they very similar to each other? Are they very unique among them? How are they different from God? How are they different from you?
If you have read my one book, first book, all the answer is there inside.
Please check this.
Okay. My first book saying we are all a unique being. I'm right?
Yes.
Yes? Did I say you are same and I'm same? So same principle apply to these 19 beings. They are unique. Not a one person is a copy in this creation. When I came to meet them or contact them, they are unique, I am unique. Yes. They are unique in the truth and the nature of truth. I am unique in the love of God. So when God was giving me authorities over love, God said to me, if you make your decision, you will make mistake because your spiritual growth is not so far. That's what God said. That's our red book say too. But if you take their decision, you will not do any mistakes. But I give you authority because your love growth is higher than this 19 being. I have explained this. So we have many unique value. In this one unique individual, we have not million, billion, trillion. Internal life, we will discover our own unique values. There's a countless. And then we will come to know us, what we don't know today. That's the simple truth is about 19B, about you and me, about the angel or any creation. Yes? That's so simple is. We heard about archangel. We heard about religion. Archangel are creating religion, dominating prophet. When my spiritual growth came, I could sit down in front of them. When my spiritual growth was far, I don't need that they inspired me the truth. So I came yesterday, but I was living in spiritual world. So God sent me now. That means my spiritual growth can be also higher than archangel. Yeah. Religion say no. No, it is not possible. Same thing, my individual growth can be higher than Muhammad. Islam say no, it is not possible. Christianity say no, it is not possible. But is one moment Ahmadiyya came, and his first son, his name was Mahmud. He wrote down in his book, everybody can grow. Even he can grow more than Muhammad. This was a very historical word, what he say. Yes. He did not stuck in Islam. He did not stuck the teaching of his founder. Amazing statement he gave. Yes. So we all have our growth in our own hand. Every creation. Yes.
Yes. So I just want to tell everyone also online that we are here in our conversation with Messiah Zahé. And if you have any questions to him, feel free to also ask your questions in the chat, in
Yes.
TikTok, on YouTube, or feel free to join us on Zoom Live so we can answer any and all of your questions. Yes, my next question is on a different subject, is about this material world and the different places we have here. Are there some places which are for a spiritual development more helpful for us? Or how is this, for example, God told you to wait for him in the forest. So can we say that there are special places which are beneficial for our spiritual development, whilst other places are not so beneficial for our spiritual development? What is the right understanding here?
You can meet God any place. My red book say I meet God where was a lot of noisy area and crowdy people was passing. This was my first meeting with God. If you read my book, actually. Yes. So after 30 years gone, God could say again, go back Pakistan, this noisy area and lay down again there. You will meet God. No, environment change. This was this environment, and this was this growth. And now in Germany, God wanted that I come silently observation for God and different creation. But a God you can meet any place. Okay? God you can, there is no specific place. Yes, forests, mountains, Sufi went, Buddhist went. I went to. I love mountain. They are most silent places where you come to know your nature. Okay, your nature. Because when you are crowded area, you are busy with other people around you. So this timing, which I took many cross, suffering time period. This was the point God wanted. I should come to know deepest way myself and God creation. And when this time arrived, then God did not say me, now you can make a one house over there. God said, now you should come out and give my message to mankind.
Would you also recommend to us that we take some time in the forest like you did?
You even don't, people don't take time at home even. Yeah. And if I send you in 30 minus, 15 minus, you think you will go there? You
Maybe
try.
I not, maybe someone else.
Yeah.
The question is,
Yes, but
would you recommend to us?
yes, but people, nature is, human body is, they like flashy places. Yeah. So I don't recommend. I just say give time, night time to most beloved God. Yes. At least wake up, just make yourself fresh with cold water and give this time of heart, this special moment to God. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. I'm not saying to you what I went to, those crosses, you also have to go. No, this time is over. Yes. Golden Bridge was ready in California. Then people can go easy. What it takes 100 kilometers. Yeah. So time change, environment change, everything change. Yes. So you can give this time, which I give in the forest, you can give this time at home for the will of God. Yes. So I don't advise you. No, you go also sit down 12 here in the forest. I'm sorry. Yeah. This will be stupid advice for you. Yeah. You go, you love nature. I love nature. I take my time too. Because creation is calling me. Yes. Creation touch me. You can take time, but I would not say to you, I went 12 years, you go now 21 years. It's a wasting time,
I see. Yes. Thank you so much.
actually.
At this point, again, do we have any questions from our other audience here online
Yes.
in Zoom, maybe in YouTube
Last one.
or on
I'd like
TikTok?
to say something, please.
Please go ahead, Asim.
First of all, I would like to welcome Sayyid Saab. He came after a long time. I was missing him. God bless you, Sayyid Saab. And secondly, I would like to ask Messiah about the 19 beings. What kind of responsibilities do they have along with running the universe?
I know, but I don't know in detail this responsibility. That's between God and this 19 being, how they deal.
Okay, thank you, Hazur. Thank you.
My knowledge is not go beyond their knowledge. If you ask me this question, billion year later, maybe I can give you better answer. But right now, their knowledge is much far. You'd ask me about nature of love. There I'm specialist.
These 19 beings are also loving the human beings.
What?
Do the 19 beings also love humanity?
Somebody living with God, he gonna hate humanity? I ask you, Chata.
No, Hazur.
Yeah, somebody living with God, did he hate humanity or angel? Of course not. Of course they love. But
Okay,
problem
thank you,
is
Hazur.
our fallen nature doesn't allow to communicate with them. So ask me a question like this. Hazur, when I gonna take my evil habit that I can communicate with angels? Maybe this question would be more realistic for you. When I can
Yes,
take
I
ugly nature,
understand. I understand.
my evil nature, when this member gonna take their ugly nature away, evil nature away, so they can communicate with angels? This you should ask me. Yeah, then is a better. It make more sense. Think about it. I'm speaking. Sundays are sometimes 35 people or 40 people. Right now, you can see how less people are. So you can see their hunger. They come when they want. For them, is more other things are important in priority. Let's say these same people go spiritual life. Let's say. You think I'm waiting for them in paradise that they come and hear my lecture? No. They are coming billion beings from their paradise in heaven to hear my lecture. Yes, these people who have less time for me, they will wish that if in their dimension is possible to hear me, maybe it possible in their dimension they can hear me lecture. But if they will see me or they will able to fly where I am, this is a question, open question. Or if they will hear my lecture, this is another open question. Today is their timing. Spiritual life is my timing. You got it? Chata? Today is their timing. They can come whenever they want. They give time whenever they want. Spiritual life, my timing is there. You
Ji,
think when
Hazur ji.
billion spirit coming from paradise or heaven to hear me, I am waiting for my old member when they're gonna come here. Tell me.
No.
So they should think too. Yeah. Sunday maybe are 40. Today
Ji,
you can
Hazur.
see how many are sitting. So they're telling their desire. What is more priority, important things for them? Yes. I speak straightforward because I don't feel shame, because the truth gonna hit them in spiritual life. Nothing gonna be important for them, but timing is gone, which they can give to Messiah and for the will of God. That's the question you should ask me. Yes, please.
Do we have other questions? One question is coming in from our TikTok live stream. And one atheist is asking about genocide and I'm not sure I quite understand the question. I think he's asking, how can God let genocide and other cruelties like this happen?
God don't. You make genocide. You are the one who create basis for each other to genocide. You are the one who destroy each other. You are the one who make a war. You are the one who make a country poor. We are the one. If we look at God invest his last energy, this earth can be most beautiful place actually. I told many times, even science say, India agriculture can feed 80% people food in the world. Now Indians are dying of the hunger. This is a God. Yes. When God created Adam, God guided him with truth. When decision time came, he said, I'm not going to use because I give you free nature, freedom of nature, freedom of your conscience, freedom of your mind, your emotion. You make a decision. God did not make a decision for Adam. He made a decision not to pay attention to the voice of God. So when he did not pay attention and he was struggling for spiritual growth, he made a wrong decision. So did God genocide in his family that Cain should kill Habil? My question is,
No.
did
But
God genocide?
he's giving another argument because he's saying, did God bring this big flood at the time of Noah? Or how about the other natural disasters who bring about many deaths in this world?
Of course not. Of course not. In Old Testament, this man has a knowledge, maybe Old Testament, but God is not dealing indirect, unmature man. When this Akno phenomena happen, there's a between angel and human growth. When those disasters are happening in our time, because we have forgotten God. See what God's speaking. God saying, in my kingdom, when mankind gonna have a living relationship with me, there would be no bad luck. But now bad luck happening. God saying there will be no sickness when kingdom of God of heart will grow in individual, family, society, nation, in the world. But now bad luck is happening, sickness happening. Because sickness happening, accident happening, because we have shown our back to God. 2000 years ago, kingdom of God, the voice was there that repent. Repent means come back home. Let's begin. And today, new Messiah came and telling you, you are living fallen, blind world. Come back and see my teaching. Build your relationship with God. When your blindness will be open, you will come to know you are the reason for all the disaster in this world, not a God actually. Yes. But
then
you have to make a decision. God will not make a decision for you.
But then what was actually the cause of this big flood at the time of Noah? You were saying the angels had something to do with this, or how did
Angel
it?
created religion.
Mhm.
Angel was using Noah. Angel was 40 years. Noah speak about what angel truth, and they rejected him. Second 40 year, they rejected him. And then angel are the one many times they take a revenge. So they built, they say to Noah, build ark, this ark ship, Ark Noah. But this was not a God, because God gave authorities. I give you a good example. Let's say I'm a lawyer. You give me authority. Then I will speak behalf of you in the court. And if I lost your case, you say, my lawyer lost my case. No, your lawyer put all effort. You was a criminal so much, he could not provide the evidence. And you get a punishment. So this was not your lawyer, this was you. Yes? So dealing with the angel, and then finally, mankind want to wipe out Noah, and they got a confrontation with angel. But that has nothing to do with God, because God gave, they are the senior creation. God gave authority to guide, indirect, this fallen creation. God cannot deal. God deal with you like God dealing with me in direct dominion, actually. When you are grown more than angel and living relationship, then God, you enter God direct dominion of God. Their God dominion. These are all the, how you say, pieces which have to come now together. And 21st century, mankind should see this is not the God, these are we actually. And that's a long time ago, billion years later, before Lucifer said, human beings are my partner in evil. Who pay attention what Lucifer saying? Quran saying, Bible saying, Old Testament saying, why you don't throw your religious book in the garbage? You paying not attention. He's saying, I am also evil, but my partner, if you want to meet, that's a human creation. They are my partner, actually. Yes. Those points, I'm giving so many lectures, and I invite this gentleman too. He can come next seminar,
Yes.
and he can ask every question.
Yes. I'm not sure if he is still listening, but if he is, he's very much invited.
Yes.
At this point, I
As
see.
Thanda was asking questions, you have to pay attention.
Yes.
Yes, but I think it's a little bit too long, this question, the answer for that. But I can ask here if this so my question was, um you told this story. I heard the story on what you spoke on the video, um that God came into your big toe when you was a child. This was your secret.
No,
And
even today come God.
yes, yes, and now until today. But you should keep it secret until now that you reveal it. And my question is, why did he come into your big toe? Why not through your eyes or through your mouth? And I mean, it's so astonishing that he actually came into you, into your spirit. That this is really, and so my question is,
Why he came with toe?
yes, what is the reason for that?
Why he did not came through eyes? Why he did not came?
Yes, also, yes.
One time, Jesus' follower 12 was fighting. I'm great. Other was saying, I'm great. So everybody was saying, after Jesus, I'm great. Then Jesus came and they asked, after you, who is great? And Jesus answered, greatest is this person who washed the feet of or the lowest. You understand me? The greatest is who washed the feet of all of you, actually. Yeah. So feet is place for serving. There was a time I served God all my life. Same time God served me when he came through the toe inside of me. Yes. So this is a one service when you love God. Second service is when God loves you. Yeah. But God can come from any place. But God teaching us this thing. We should be lowest places. My dad book say, we should, the seat of heaven is the lowest places. Yes. So that's very simple answer. I don't need to give a long lecture for this. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. Thank you, Julian.
Please go ahead.
Yes. The question, first of all, may peace and blessings on everybody who's listening online or alive, present here. Thank you for taking my question. The question is about the creation of Earth. I was reading a few days ago a verse from Genesis. It's Genesis verse 1 to 2, where it's written there that God created life in 7 days. So first time, yeah.
6 days, not 7.
Well, yeah, 7th day he was
6
resting.
days. 7th day he took a rest, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 6th day he created and 7th day he took the rest. So if you look at the order, the first day he created, according to the Bible, the day 1, God created light and darkness. Second day he created sky and spreaded the water. And then the third day he created land, plants, etc., etc. Fourth day he created the sun. So let me stop it here. This is totally wrong order because science has proven the land is a byproduct of sun, basically. So how he created land first and then created the sun later. So it does not make any sense. If you can explain it a little bit. Thank you.
I ask first him one question. Do you believe? Now I don't know, but before you are believing Quran is absolute book, okay? Now I don't know what is it now condition.
Well, the condition is same. There is no change in my condition.
So what do you think, which one book is more perfect, Quran or Bible?
I would say both have the problems.
Okay, then you have a problem too, which I explain now.
No, okay.
No, you have a problem too. Why not? I should pinpoint your problem first, actually. Yes. First, I give you answer for Genesis and then Quran, and then about you. Many things. Genesis says God created light. God created animal kingdom. God created this. And Quran saying we created. There is no God. We. So we have to first find out investigation, who is we? It means the knowledge of Prophet Moses, because he wrote this Genesis. Yes. The knowledge of Prophet Moses from this time period, which he brought to such a people who has no growth, was more than enough. Okay? Knowledge of Quran, which came 1500 years ago, was more than enough for this mankind. Yes? Knowledge which God giving us, this is for our timing. So we should not compare with the Quran and with the Bible. Yes, even science is learning. What science believed yesterday, science was wrong. Today, science correct her own belief. Until yesterday, science believed that atom cannot be break. This was the conclusion of science. Science accepted this was their mistake. They corrected. Our problem, religious people, is we are very narrow-minded. We don't correct ourselves. We make all our life argument, trying to protect our prophet, trying to protect our books. Yes? Now, your problem is, let's talk about your problem too. You have not studied my all books, which is right now available. Otherwise, you will come to know this time period, what we are talking our knowledge. Modern man never lived before. Did modern man was living Old Testament time? No. So we are learning something new expectation of God. Okay. So according to this, if you, let's say how many books we have? 25 books, yeah? I spoke so many. God saying there are billion diamonds in these books actually. And spiritual growth means that we can bring the pieces together. Why we cannot bring the pieces together? Because we have no time what we should have time for God. Future generation, God say, they are not my people. It's telling for us is other things are more busy than God and then what God is speaking. Future, 80 years later, this mankind has put more investment of his heart, their heart, and they discover from those books which I have is so many diamonds that spiritual world, I was surprised. Yes. And God says, I will show you my son and daughter. So I think this is our lack of knowledge. We can criticize and accuse them, but we forget our own self actually. Yes. Our sciences still don't know many things. Don't forget Mr. Sayyid Malut. Our science gonna correct themselves 1,000 times or million times more. What is now science is. So we cannot just pinpoint the finger to those Old Testament and New Testament. Yes. And God saying in those religious books, you will come to know. Yes. When you will come to know? When you will come to know me deepest way. Did we know God deepest way? They people was holding same books. They came to know God most deepest way. So it is an investment of time. So we cannot accuse Old Testament, cannot accuse New Testament. Otherwise, we're going to accuse your science too, because science correcting so many times itself actually. So this is a one process which we have to go through. That's why I say, how this will be continued process. And why this will be continued process? There are two knowledge, external knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge you will come to know by observation and experiences. So I ask question, Sayyid Mulud, how much observation and experiences you have? That's a bitter truth, but I ask.
Yeah, okay, I will answer this question. I don't have observation. I don't have much experience in that spirituality so far.
No, then you cannot say about God that I have many observation experience. I can tell you and I can reveal you spiritual life. Yes, you don't have. Yeah, so you have to have this, and this is I give many times lecture when you was not there. Investment of time. I think many Sunday service I was speaking about this matter. Investment of time is the only value you have in this life. If you lose this value of time, you will miss whole eternity actually. Yes.
Yes.
So more you have a why, I'm talking now why, not how. Why mean more you're gonna have observation and living this, then God has to become first. First of all, your everything. First of all, your family. First of all, your house. First of all, your businesses. You have to screech your time for God. Yes, that's what God is saying. I am the first of all. You can give time for your worldly work, but this is not the first place. Yes, this is coming someplace else, third place. That's what God is saying. So, first of all, who require your time? God. But what we are doing, we are giving more time to this worldly schedule. Everybody say to me this answer, oh, I'm very busy, I'm very busy. Yeah, I have 13 people in the family. I can say to Messiah is also very busy. No, we cut everything less and then we give more time to God. And that's why we are revealing more and more observation and experience. Yes. In the beginning, Christiana say, who came from dead people? I give you one example. Yeah. 30 years later, she was sitting 2 weeks ago in office. She was sitting in the office and she says, she was translating my one book. She said, this man, Messiah, his English is, forget about this, making mistakes. And then, or God doesn't express correct way. From this picture, I think Prophet Atar is witness, and or she was speaking.
Yes.
From this picture, God came out. That's what she's saying, who is an intellectual person, Christiana. God came out from this picture, and God says, since I create creation, I did not make mistakes. And my heart, how? Maybe I can make many mistakes. But why what he telling observation and experience? He did not make a mistake. Where making mistake, you are the one, God said. That's right?
Yes, absolutely.
So we have to take time and think how much time we are investing actually. And we say, yes, it's enough for me, and we are still living blind stage, then you're gonna accuse in spiritual life yourself, nobody else. Okay?
Thank you so much for this deep answer. Do we have any other questions? For some moment, we had also some members from TikTok join in, but they went away again. But we have other people on TikTok listening, so if you have a question, please feel free to bring it forward now or on, let me have a look on YouTube.
Yes, there's a question.
I think there we have some questions or some comments at least. One Jones is asking, which God is this about? Oh, the Bible. Okay. And then he's commenting that billions of people have experiences with other gods.
I don't know which God he is talking about. I'm talking creator who create everything. Okay? That's a universal definition of God. I don't know who he's talking about. If you're talking about Jehovah, Ishwar, but this name doesn't play any role. Okay?
Yes.
Let's talk about creator. Creator who create all things, actually. Yes. So just talking about and fighting in the name and other God is a nonsense and wasting time, actually. Yes.
Yes. Then we had one member Nachtlicht here on Zoom, but she went away again, or he. If you have some question, please feel free to put it forward so we can address it.
Okay.
In
I
the
have a
meantime, we have one question coming in from Silvana.
Yes, I have a question about the body. You always tell us that the body helps us to grow much more quicker. But how do this body?
I never said body should grow.
No. That the body helps us to grow spiritual.
Yes.
But how?
I give 10,000 lectures.
Yes, I know. I have looking for all your examples, but I don't get it. I'm stupid.
Then now I don't have so much time for this stupidness.
Okay.
But I can give you a shot.
Mm-hmm.
If I put 6 instruments for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I say this is a 1, this is a 2, that's 3, that's
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7. Yes. Use this, then come this, then come this, then come this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this topic can come Sunday service. So once again, I can explain.
Mm-hmm.
And I explain very details.
I know.
Value of instrument. Now, after this, watching whole night movie and morning asking who was the hero. Yes. Who was the main character actually. So here I cannot go in detail actually.
I will make my question very exactly, that it's easier.
Maybe it's good in seminar time or
Mm-hmm.
Sunday service time.
Yes, I do it.
Because
Thank you.
I remember you asked me many times, every time when seminar or lecture, you say, again, how? So this how I bring you to why. So,
Okay.
but only the question is, if you are putting your whole heart and spirit attention when I'm giving you answer, or you people forget. That's the question. If you people forget, then this answer is not touching your spirit through your heart. And that's why this question coming again and again. How? In this case, I would say to you, I give you small advice. And this small advice is, wake up every time 2 o'clock night and ask God why I forget all the answer what Messiah gave me. Ask God. Maybe God will guide you through dream, intensive dream, why you forget. And the day you don't forget, it's very amazing. This is not only you, it's also all my members. When I ask question, they say, I don't remember. That means which instrument they are using to hear my lecture. That's a question. If they are using their mind, they are using their universal consciousness. Yes. I did not say to you jump 6 keys right the way. So how many people you wake up nighttime 2 o'clock? If I ask you people.
I do it. Not everybody do it.
Yes. So ask God this question. Say, God, Father, why we forget Messiah answers? Even we wake up 2 o'clock night. Please help us. Then you're going to have an intensive dream, and I will tell you the meaning. I think that's the best way to ask. Other things I can give details again and again. So long I think I live. My feeling is the day I die, I will give also lecture for the sick key, from the hospital. Yeah, last lecture for the 6th instrument actually. Yes, I hope this time don't come. Yes,
I do it.
okay. You took a lot of time, so you should come in the end actually.
Yes, I know time is advancing. One last question came in on TikTok from this
TikTok
listener Nachtlicht.
because they deserve.
And she's asking about Fatima, this daughter of Prophet Muhammad.
Mhm.
And she's asking, what is her relation to the source of everything? What is her relation to God? I think she's meaning.
What is her relationship with God?
Or maybe where is Fatima in spiritual world?
She is living in neutral world, not in paradise. Her relationship, also many, she should ask me, what is the relationship of Abu Bakr Siddiq, Umar, Usman, because they are more greater than Fatima actually. So she make many mistakes, which is not shown. Islam protect everybody who was near to Muhammad and represent they are perfect people. They are not perfect people. So she is not living in paradise, and she living in neutral dimension, after middle dimension. And she continue growing in this dimension. Yes. That's what reality is today about Fatima. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Yes, time is advancing. So if there are no other questions, I would say I would thank you so much
I
for this
would
time.
like to, Julian, I would like to make a comment here. The reason that question I raised today is not just for myself only, because it is for people who are listening, and there are diverse people listening from different walks of life, from different background, from different religions. So that was the reason of asking this question. And the second comment is that if we prefer science today, whatever available information today, not 2,000 years ago, then we should also give what you call preference to the science. At least they have done extensive work in this field, and they have evidence what they are saying. And on the basis of the previous books, like I just presented those Genesis 1 to 2 verses, I mean, according to that, it's clearly against the science, which has evidence. They're evidence based. So this is a clear evidence that those religions have basically misguided, or they have corrupted their teaching, or whatever have done. But this is the reason I was asking a question. Thank you.
Our
Yes.
genesis is, forget this, what they done. Let's take care of ourselves. Our genesis is science and spirituality, okay? Maybe you should now guide mankind from this book, okay? What they have done, they already, this is a past actually. So why we don't talk about our genesis, science and spirituality?
Right.
I'm not a scientist, but whatever they observe, I observe by angels and by God or creation, I reveal. So how long we gonna make how you say travel times? Travel, morning, yes.
Morning time.
Morning time for Old Testament or New Testament, yes. Because whatever judgment came, they got it. Let's talk about our judgment, okay? You can say to them, okay, they make a mistake. Then what about you? So let's talk, because if I criticize all the time those books, then question is, I'm wasting my own time actually. So let's present our teaching actually to mankind. We can say, okay, this time period, according to this knowledge, there was a lot of effort actually. Or you can say, Sayyid Malud, Prophet Moses was a stupid, wrong, dumb, he has no knowledge. Then everything is clear because he wrote a book. Yes. Then you have to come to Quran too, actually. And you have to use same word about Muhammad, actually. If they are, then we have to be open, actually. Yes. I did this. I learned my lesson. 6 times was attack over me, actually. And I came to know it's time to move forward, actually. Yeah.
Azur, I will never say I will never say that any prophet was stupid. That is absolutely insult against
But
those.
this is a relative knowledge. You cannot deny either. I learned a lot from the Old Testament, Genesis. Then you have to also agree with this. Genesis have so much. If you want, I can give you a lecture about Genesis. You will be surprised how much relative hidden truth is there. You cannot say all the way that this was not correct, actually. And compared to our science, modern science today. Yes. Yeah.
I totally got your point.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally got your point. But problem is, we don't even have evidence that those books were written by those prophets. That's another problem.
I don't argument with this because my time is, I don't want to waste who wrote these books. My timing is I should reveal what God asking me today. Today, present time. That's my real priority, actually. And that's what I should do, actually. Shall I go now, spend my rest of time in who wrote this book? I would say very clear that's nonsense. Let's move forward.
Zahé, we have one final question coming in from a listener, Jaya, who is also very much participating in this TikTok live with Guido, and she's reading your Revelation books. And one question she has is about the topic of reincarnation. And she is asking, how is it, or what is the explanation that many people seem to have memories about some past life?
Yes. Amazing thing is, this topic very much stressed by Hinduism, reincarnation, yes. And in the death process, what's going to happen to death men in the cemetery, this topic Muhammad stressed very much. You don't find this in other books. Okay. Like I explained, many times happen that you say, I've been here. This is her question. I've been here. I know these places. Yes. Oh, now I know. So they say, well, I was before those places. No, it's not correct. There are 3 spirits are working with you. One spirit is a low spirit, needs your help. Second spirit has the same growth like you. Third spirit is higher, in which like to guide you. Now, one of spirit, Mary, ich bin in Frage antwort.
So, okay, ich melde mich
Später.
meine Veranstaltung wurde komplett, ist so viel Polizei gerade hier.
Okay.
Ich musste gerade ins Auto.
Yes, okay. Come on, bring him
Okay.
here. You can bring here right now.
Ja, nee, die haben gerade meine Veranstaltung, die haben eine Rauchbombe gemacht. Ich musste jetzt raus.
Okay.
Okay, ich erzähle es dir dann.
Ich rufe dich an.
Ja, okay. Tschüss.
So what I was talking, then one of spirit who were living before earth, transform this thought in you. And you thinking, I've been before here. No, that's not correct. The spirit is transformed her thought in you, actually. Yes. How we can see this phenomena, that this phenomena is correct? How can we find out? Only one way. And this is if we are not spiritual blind, actually. Because 99%, 99 point, people are spiritual blind. They do not know which spirit are working daily basis with them. Yes. With me, began with 3, then went with 3,000, then 3 million, 300,000, 3 million. According to your spiritual growth and living relationship, when spiritual blindness is totally out, then you can see that's not you. These are those spirits who transform their thought in you. And this is one of the worst thing happen. You heard many people say, I'm Muhammad, Many say, I'm incarnation of Jesus. I am this, I am Buddha, I am this. This all nonsense because such a people are spiritual blind. But if you need a more explanation about reincarnation, this topic can be one more time stressed in Sunday service. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
And I think now we have taken enough of your time. And I think Prophet Atta, they also want to have some time for their Urdu session. So thank you so much for taking all of our questions today.
Then we see us Sunday.
Yes, we see us on Sunday. Everyone is invited who wants to join, is under the same Zoom meeting ID. And we see you on Sunday, or we see you on Thursdays, 6 p.m.
Thank you very much, Julian.
Thank you
You're
so
very
much.
much welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Thank you.
God
God
bless
bless
all
you.
of you.
God bless you all of you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.